Hey all, welcome to this week's Top 10 here at the CIOPCC. And since this is Women's History Month, and since I've been recently doing some of my top 10s around Batman villains, I thought we would do Harley Quinn, my top 10 Harley Quinn figures. I'm a big Harley Quinn fan. I'm actually, as much as I love the animated series introduction, also a big fan of the Margot Robbie versions. Sadly though, with Harley, that really means you're going to get one of two looks. Number 10 here. Anybody remember these were done by DC Direct? They were called Little Gotham. There's a Robin over there. Let's see, there's a Joker. He's really cute too. But this Harley is just so adorable. And I think the reason that it really sells it for me is the inclusion of the two pets, Lou and Bud. They are the hyenas that she has, and they're just so cute in this form. So she gets number 10. And that's sort of her classic look there, of course. Number 9 is also going to be in that classic look. DC Direct did 13-inch figures, which always bummed me out that they were so tall. Me being more of a 6-scale kind of guy. But I do love several of them, and one of those is the Harley. I think they did a really nice job with her. Gave her some good accessories. Good-looking figure. And yes, I'm missing one of the little tassels on the one shoulder. On the collar. I haven't figured out where it went to. It's got to be around here somewhere. When I find it, I'll get it reattached. So there's number 9. That's the DC Direct 13-inch Harley. Let's see. Now, next, number 8. This one's also from DC Direct. They did a fair share of Harleys. But, again, it's sort of that original costume, but this is the Hush version. Very pretty, very nice. Now remember, DC Direct figures like these were generally more statues than they were action figures. While they have some articulation, you're not really going to do much in terms of posing them. You can see she has to have that stand. Otherwise, she is not going to be able to stand. Justice League Unlimited did one in their 5-inch line. She's right up here. They used the sort of standard body for her that they use for many of the female figures. You can see she sort of stands the same way with her legs, as you can see by some of the other female figures in the line, very similar. But I thought they did a nice job with her. And it was nice that they included her. Not all of the Batman villains got included as part of the JLU series. But if you're looking for an animated series version, I think that Kenner really crushed it back in the day. Here you see her, really well done. I like the way she, the overall sculpting, the proportions in the body. I just thought they did a really terrific job with this figure. It was actually part of the Adventures of Batman and Robin line. You can see a carded version behind her there, signed by Paul Dini. Really fun figure. Nicely done. Big fan. So that's the Kenner version at number 6. Now, DC Direct also did their take on the animated version several times. Can't really see her perfectly here, but I love the Expressions pack. The reason I like the Expressions pack so much is it came again with Bud and Lou, and it gave you both the masked and unmasked heads, which is something we rarely got in the series. So that's number 5, the Expressions pack Harley Quinn. I have the other ones as well, but they just aren't quite as nice as that one. Now, let's swing around here to the 112 Collective. They did several Harleys. I know you've seen me talk before about their animated version. They did one of the more Margot Robbie Suicide Squad styles. But it's this one here that gets my number 4 spot. And really, it's not that she's necessarily a better Harley. Certainly not a more famous look for Harley. But it's a different look for Harley, and they pulled it off really, really well. So, that's going to get my number 4 spot. Just because they did a really good job with a nice, unique look. Nothing unique here in the 3rd spot. This is going to be Sideshow. They did slightly alter the costume. This is part of their 6-scale comic book series. You can see some of the other characters here, including Lobo and back there. But this is their Harley they did. They gave you a couple of different heads, so you got some of these interesting expressions. I like this one. And she's got a corset instead of just a standard leotard. The big hammer, of course. So they switched up the look a little bit, based more on the comics, more modern comic version. And that catapults her into the top 3. Hot Toys managed to do a whole bunch. And it was hard to choose one because every one of the ones Hot Toys has done has been terrific. The caution tape one there in back is fantastic. Here we have the roller derby. But I am going to go in my number 2 spot with their first release that was based on, obviously, the Daddy's Little Monster sort of style of clothes from the first Suicide Squad. It's a fantastic Margot Robbie sculpt. Really just amazing. And one of the rare times, I generally hate extreme expressions, super dynamic looks, because they usually end up looking so silly. This is one of those times where they really pulled it off well and easily gets in the number 2 spot. But the number 1 spot goes to a very recent addition. That would be from Mondo Toys. In their 6-scale animated series line, you can see some of the other members here. Harley is a fantastic release. Again, she came with Bud and Lou, but she's just a beautiful figure. You had another multiple set of heads you could choose from, a ton of accessories, but she just looks great with the Joker next to her. So there's my top 10 Harlequins. Let me know what your top 10 are. Make sure you subscribe. And on Wednesday, we'll be doing another favorite collection. Have a great one.